Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that what's on desire.
Welcome everybody to JonesTV, and welcome to Sunday Night Heat. And the road to Summerslam continues at our final stop in Phoenix, Arizona.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Dudley, England, weighing in at 175 pounds, Tyler Bate.
As Tyler Bate makes his way down to the ring for our first matchup of the evening, it'll be one half of Mustache Mountain taking on the #1 contender for the television championship. We have some great matchups for you tonight, with the main event being for the #1 contendership for the WWE Tag Team Championship belts, as the club will take on the former champions, the Revival. The Miz will also be in action tonight. Will he have an answer for Goldust, considering him as an opponent for SummerSlam? In our opening match right here, we're featuring Tyler Bate and the #1 contender for the television title, which our last episode, Hideo Itami had a great matchup against Sami Zayn, defending that title.
And his opponent, from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 235 pounds, Bobby Roode.
As the glorious one, Bobby Roode, the leader of Dirty Money, makes his way down to the ring. He asks for a rematch at SummerSlam against Hideo Itami for the television championship. He got it, but there's a special clause in that matchup. JBL is not allowed to be anywhere near the ring. If he has come close into the arena whatsoever, inside that sort of circle, anywhere close to that matchup, Bobby Roode will be disqualified, and Hideo Itami keep the title. As the glorious one makes his way into the ring, the former and the first time WWE television champion gets ready for his matchup tonight against Tyler Bate, one half of Mustache Mountain. And I was talking to Bobby Roode earlier in the evening, and he said he was ready to give Hideo Itami the fight for his life. There ain't nothing more important than money other than championships. Carmella has a championship, being the women's champion right now in the WWE, but he also wants to be able to call himself the television champion once again, and he will have an opportunity at SummerSlam. Tyler Bate looks ready. Bobby Roode looks ready. And here we go. As the two-man tie up in the ring. Bobby Roode trying to get the early advantage here. Work on the arm of Tyler Bate. Tyler Bate with a counter. And Tyler Bate trying to show him he can go toe-to-toe with the glorious one here. All right, switch to the corner. Bate set him up and takes him down with a package DDT. But Bobby Roode's back up with a corkscrew onto the leg and a big boot right to the chest of Tyler Bate. Roode Rude trying to pick up Bate and takes him down with a suplex. Bobby Roode trying to pick up Bate off his feet. Kick to the gut. A big shot to the back. Takes down the former UK champion, which is now defunct since the merging of the brands here in the WWE. Going for the cover. One count kick out by Tyler Bate. Roode with boots to the back. Irish whip thrown right to the outside. And Roode right there to follow. The ref starts to count. And Tyler Bate takes down Bobby Roode. We're at a count of 2 now. Roode was hoping that this would be a tune-up match for SummerSlam, but it seems to me that Tyler Bate has other ideas. He throws the glorious one back into the ring. And he makes it back in for the count of 4. And Bate just following up with stomps onto Roode. Irish whip. Bobby comes back around. Big boots by Tyler Bate. He takes him down. And now Tyler Bate is working on the arm of Bobby Roode in our opening matchup here. Live in Phoenix, Arizona. Not even a 1 count. And Bobby Roode kicks out. Roode trying to set up Bate here. Looking for a figure 4. You guys locked in. Trying to make Tyler Bate tap out to the figure 4. Bate had a hard time getting to the ropes, but he's able to turn it over. And Bobby Roode quickly releases the hold. Bobby favoring that leg. It can cause some issues later on in this matchup as Bobby lays a clothesline around to Tyler Bate. Going for a cover. One count kick out by Tyler Bate. And Roode's taunting is not going to cut it right now. We see an uppercut. But Roode is going to give him a receipt with that suplex right there. Tyler Bate taking down Bobby Roode. Shot to the back. This is going to be a huge victory for Tyler Bate in the television division. He can have a claim to have a shot to that title. If he defeats the man, he's going to take on Hideo Itami at SummerSlam for that championship belt. Roode, Irish whip to Tyler. The 2-man bump. Tyler with the Irish whip on his own. Come back around, duck under. Come around again, jump over. Come around, big boot. Once again, right into Bobby Roode. And Tyler Bate trying to get this Phoenix crowd behind him. Tyler Bate showing off his strength there. Followed up by a kick up. Irish whip to the corner. Come back around, but Bobby Roode stops in his tracks with a slam. Following it up with the boots. That veteran experience of Bobby Roode is showing in this matchup here. Going for the cover. 1, 2, kick out by Tyler Bates. Roode trying to get him on his feet, snapping there, takedown. Trying to slow down the pace of this matchup. It'll be in Bobby Roode's favor to have it at a slower pace, considering both men are tacticians. But it seems to me that Tyler Bate can match power for power. And Tyler Bate is faster of the two. So Bobby Roode's best strategy here would keep the pace slow down. If he follows it up with a knee drop to the back of the head. Going for a cover. One count kick out. By Tyler Bate rolling out of the ring, come back in, try to get his breath. Bobby Roode still trying to taunt him. Tyler Bate knocking down the glorious one. And now Tyler Bate working on the neck of Bobby Roode here. And the crowd are on their feet here in Phoenix, Arizona. They want to see Tyler Bate put Bobby Roode away. Roode with shots, getting back to his feet. Roode was trying to set him up. Tyler countered it. Tyler now working on the arm of Bobby Roode. Shot to the gut. Tyler driver 97 going for the cover. 1, 2, 3. No, right, cut the reversal. 1, 2, kick out. Kick out by Tyler Bate. Spine buster by Roode. Going for the cover. 1, 2, 3. No. Kick out by Tyler Bate. What a set of moves by both men. Bate with the Tyler driver 97. Before that was counter. Roode with the spine buster. And Roode now with the glorious DDT. Could that be enough? Going for the cover. 1, 2, 3. And Bobby Roode with a solid victory here at Sunday Night Heat. Tyler Bate was going toe for toe with Bobby Roode, hitting him with a Tyler driver 97, almost getting the 3 count. But Bobby Roode had to counter his own to his own cover, with Tyler Bate barely escaping, but he could not withstand the glorious DDT, and that took him down for the 1, the 2, the 3. And Bobby Roode, the glorious one, the leader of Dirty Money, hopes to reclaim that television title at Summerslam against Hideo Itami. Oh, well, look at this, folks. You're in the back area. Rusev and Cesaro have some work. Oh, Rusev with a big shot. Cesaro returns fire. The 2 men are fighting back and forth in the back area here. These two competitors having problems lately here in the WWE with a set of exhibition matches. And it seems like it's far from over now as Rusev stomps on Cesaro in the back area of the arena. And Rusev throws him right into the wall right there. German suplex right onto the floor by the Bulgarian Brute. It is absolute pandemonium here in the back locker room area right now. As Rusev is throwing Cesaro like a rag doll here. Rusev with a chair, trying to go for a swing, and he misses. Cesaro, overhead belly to belly, takes down Rusev. And Cesaro with a chair. As we are back into the arena here, folks, as Kurt Hawkins makes his way into the ring, we're trying to have the officials back there break it up between Rusev and Cesaro. And you can see their problems are far from over. But right now, here comes the A-lister.
And his opponent, residing in Hollywood, California, weighing in at 221 pounds, the Intercontinental Champion, The Miz.
As The Miz makes his way down to the ring to take on Kurt Hawkins. Like I was saying, we're trying to get security and the officials to break it up between Cesaro and Rusev before a 1-1 matchup here on Sunday Night Heat. We're hoping to have The Miz have an answer for Goldust as far as his challenge at SummerSlam, which if The Miz accepts, it'll be old Hollywood versus the new Hollywood. As The Miz is showboating in the ring before his matchup here tonight. We still have our main event to determine the #1 contenders for the tag team championships. They'll be defended at SummerSlam by the champions, the Usos. As both men look ready right here. And here we go. That's Kurt Hawkins with a running bulldog onto the Miz. Kurt Hawkins having the longest losing streak here in WWE history. Irish whip to the corner. Snapner takedown. And Hawkins so far has been all him in this matchup. A big shot. But the Miz takes him down. And now the Miz is starting to go to work here. Irish whip to the corner. Hawkins comes back around. The Miz sets him up for a suplex and it connects. Hawkins trying to get to his feet. And the Miz is trying to work on the arm of Kurt Hawkins here. Taunting the man right there in the middle of that ring. And Hawkins with a snapmare takedown. A big shot to the back. And so far, Kurt Hawkins is holding his own against the Intercontinental Champion here. With boots right to the back of the Miz. Now choking out the Miz. Another boot right into the face. Boots to the back. His boots everywhere. And continuously choking out the Intercontinental Champion is Kurt Hawkins. And the Miz like he's begging and pleading for Kurt Hawkins to let him go. But he is stomping out the hand of the Miz. Now with headshots. It's been pretty much all Hawkins here in this matchup. Could he get the surprise victory? Here to cover. One count kick out by the Miz. The Miz like he has Goldust in his mind. Because so far it's been all Kurt Hawkins in this matchup. Amazingly. As he continues to stomp out the hand of the Miz. Trying to drag him to the center of that ring. Now working on the leg of the Miz. Going for the cover. One count kick out by the Miz. Hawkins trying to go for like a stunner, but the Miz countered that into a running net breaker. The Miz, Irish whip. Hawkins comes back around. The Miz takes him down with a forearm right into the face. Well, I should have said an elbow to the face. Drops Kurt Hawkins right into the ropes. Now the Miz like he's going into a groove here into this matchup. Stalling, suplex, and takes him down. And the Miz right now is celebrating what he's doing. Chopped by the Miz. Got Hawkins in the corner. Goes to the other side. The Miz come back around with a big forearm. Right into the face of Hawkins. Now throwing the boots and pressing the leg onto the throat of Kurt Hawkins here. Our second matchup tonight is Sunday Night Heat. A big boot followed by a big DDT. And the Miz is now dragging Kurt Hawkins' head into the mat. It's been all Miz at this point. Let's be curtains for Kurt Hawkins with the skull crushing finale. Cover. 1, 2, 3. And the Miz, after having early troubles in this matchup, comes up with a victory here tonight on Sunday Night Heat. It seemed like Kurt Hawkins had a momentum going in this matchup, but the curtain was closed onto him tonight by the Skull Crusher finale for the 1, the 2, the 3. And the Miz with his hands up high in a non-title matchup live in Phoenix, Arizona on his way to Summerslam. But is he going to take on Goldust or not? Every champion is defending their title at Summerslam, so you have to fight somebody. But will it be Goldust or will it be somebody else? We see the Miz keep celebrating here with his victory over Kurt Hawkins. Now the Miz getting the microphone. Let's see what he has to say. And the Miz said he is going to accept the challenge by Goldust at Summerslam. Kevin Owens is in the building. Kevin Owens is here. The WWE champion was not scheduled to be here, but he is here tonight. As we're about to go into our main event.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 446 pounds, Dash Wilder and Scott Dawson, the Revival.
The Revival, the former WWE Tag Team Champions, make their way into the ring, looking for a chance to be champions once again. But first, they have to win this matchup tonight to head to SummerSlam to take on the Usos for the tag team titles. As the top guys in the ring wait for their opponents to make their way.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 505 pounds, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson.
As Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson make their way down to the ring, they also have an equal opportunity as a Revival to head to SummerSlam to take on the Usos for the tag team titles. As the Good Brothers go onto the ring apron, they're going to take on the top guys, or the supposed top guys, here in the WWE. In our main event tonight of Sunday Night Heat, live in Phoenix, Arizona. Our last stop to SummerSlam is right here. As we look to beat at Dash Wilder and Luke Gallows is starting this matchup off. And this is for the right to take on the Usos at SummerSlam. As Dash Wilder with a quick suplex on the Luke Gallows. Dash with a quick shot to the boot to the leg, followed up by a Russian leg sweep. It seems like the Revival trying to play it smart here, trying to go faster than the tag team of Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Irish whip to the corner. Art made a quick tag to Scott Dawson. Dawson on the top rope. Leg drop and takes down Luke Gallows with the help of Dash Wilder. And now Dawson is just taunting Gallows in the ring, followed up with a fist drop. And now we're going to armor Gallows here. Trying to slow the big man down, but he takes down Scott Dawson instead. Irish whip to his corner. As he tags in Carl Anderson. Irish whip by the club. Big back body drop by Gallows and Anderson. And Dawson back to his feet with an uppercut. With a big shot to the face around the Carl Anderson. And just like that, the Revival's back in control. And the Revival making quick tags here. And Dash Wilder's back into the ring. Trying to work on the leg of Anderson. Revival trying to have one more shot for the tag team championships, but also there's Gallows and Anderson. Anderson with a boot to the arm. Wilder back in. Wilder with a big clothesline to the back of the head. Wilder trying to confused Anderson, would go to the outside of the ring, came back in very quickly, hit with a clothesline, and just as quickly tagging in Scott Dawson. The Revival keep making quick tags, trying to make either Luke Gallows or Carl Anderson be out in the ring longer than each member of the Revival to try to wear him down to get a victory here in our main event of Sunday Night Heat. Jawbreaker by Anderson. Big clothesline by Carl Anderson. And that right there can be the opening they need to get back into this matchup. Anderson suplexing Scott Dawson back into the ring. Trying to drag him to his corner. Tags in Luke Gallows. It seems like Gallows and Anderson now have his match back under control here. Work on this arm of Scott Dawson. Gallows trying to wear down Scott Dawson. Trying to make sure that at least one member of the Revival stay in the ring for a while. As Gallows trying to set up Dawson for a face planted to the mat. Like a reverse Alabama slam. A counter by Dawson. And now Dawson throwing him right back into his corner. And he makes the much needed tag to Dash Wilder. Dawson tries to set up and Dash Wilder work on the legs of Luke Gallows. Now Gallows trying to set up Wilder, working on the back here. Tagging in Carl Anderson. Now both teams are trying to make freaking tags. Trying to stay fresh in this matchup for the opportunity to take on the Usos at Summerslam. Also, the other matches for SummerSlam will be Jinder Mahal defending the India Championship against Kurt Angle. A one-on-one matchup against the self-proclaimed icon of Velveteen Dream against the showstopper Shawn Michaels. The Miz and Goldust will have their matchup for the Intercontinental Championship. There's a fatal four-way women's matchup for the Women's Championship. That's Gallows with a big boot. Around the Dash Wilder, following with an elbow. A one-on-one matchup with Baron Corbin and Braun Strowman. This matchup will determine the tag team title matchup, which will be the Revival or Gallows and Anderson taking on the Usos. And our main event will be for the WWE Championship, which the champion is here tonight. A big back body drop by Dash Wilder, as Kevin Owens will defend the title against the leader of Weapon X, Drew McIntyre. As Dash Wilder taunting Gallows, with Gallows with a counter right there. Waiting way too long to do any type of move there. Gallows got Wilder by the throat. Takes him down for a choke slam. Gallows trying to work on the arm of Wilder. Wilder with a counter. Wilder with a cold breaker. Wilder with the cover. 1, 2, 3. And just like that, the Revival is headed to SummerSlam. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen, seemingly out of nowhere, Dash Wilder hit the code breaker. 1/2 of the Shatter Machine for the 1, the 2, the 3. Carl Anderson's a little bit too late to try to break up that pinfall. And Revival is headed to SummerSlam to take on the Usos for the Tag Team Championships. Here comes the prize fighter. Here comes your current WWE World Champion. Here comes KO Kevin Owens as he makes his way down to the ring. We haven't seen Kevin Owens since Vengeance. We defeated Finn Balor to retain the title. And then seemingly out of nowhere, you saw Big E, you saw Tommaso Ciampa, and then coming out through the crowd from behind was Drew McIntyre taking out Kevin Owens. But Kevin Owens is showing that he is the champion. He is the man in the WWE right now. Heading into SummerSlam to defend that title against the leader of Weapon X. And speaking of Weapon X, here is their de facto leader, Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre made it well known in their mission statement that they are here to take all the titles. They believe they've been disrespected for years here in WWE. They believe that they never had a fair shot here. And Drew McIntyre does have an opportunity to get the biggest title in this sport. At SummerSlam, he takes on Kevin Owens for the WWE World Championship. As Drew McIntyre makes his way to the ring. Kevin Owens is looking dead out in his face. What are these two men going to do here? It could possibly be absolute pandemonium between these two. And Drew McIntyre just rolling out of the ring. Drew McIntyre is headed to the back. He didn't want no parts of Kevin Owens here tonight, from the looks of it. You can see Drew McIntyre is making his way back to the locker room. Oh, wait a minute. Let's Ciampa on the outside on one side. That's Tommaso Ciampa. Kevin Owens just noticed him. There's Big E on the other side right there. The other two members of Weapon X on the outside. Look like they're trying to corner Kevin Owens here. Ciampa's in the ring. Big E's in the ring. Kevin Owens trying to back up to a corner. It's Ciampa's looking at him on one side. Big E's looking at the other. What are they going to do to the world champion here? Wait a minute. That's Sami Zayn right there. Sami Zayn came out here. Ciampa's going down to the runway. And Sami Zayn meeting him with rights. Sami Zayn with forearms. Big E trying to go for a right. Counter Owens. Super kick by Kevin Owens. Sami Zayn is taking down Ciampa. Big E and Owens in the ring. Owens with a boot. Pop up power bomb by Kevin Owens. Is that going to happen to Drew McIntyre? We'll see you guys at SummerSlam.